Please don't stop the music, 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 music. You already know who it is. Silent talk, silent talk, silent talk. Go and do it for me. Now watch me whip, kill it. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip, kill it. Watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay nay. Can you do it? Now watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, okay, ooh, okay, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, you do, watch me, watch me, you do, okay, ooh, do the stanky leg, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, stank, do the stanky leg, stank, do the stanky leg, now break your legs, break 'em. Break your legs, break the tell them break your legs, break 'em, break your legs, break the knob and break your legs, break 'em, break your legs, break the knob and break your legs, break 'em, break your legs, break the knob. Now I me bop, 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 bop. Now I me bop, 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 bop. Now watch me whip, hey. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip, kill it. Watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay nay. Can you do it? Now watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, okay, ooh, okay, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, okay, ooh. Now I me you, now I me Superman. Okay. Now I me you, now I me Superman. Okay. Now I me you, now I me Superman. Okay. Now I me you, now I me Superman. Okay. Now I me Duff, 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 Duff. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the ballroom and be seated for the program.
Watch me, nay, nay. Can you do it? Now watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, okay, ooh, okay, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, okay, ooh, bring it. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me think on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in the ballroom and be seated for the program.
We are family. I've got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated for the program. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated for the program. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for the evening, featured host of CBS Mornings, Vlad Dunthiers.
Good evening. Good evening. Can everybody hear me? Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening to celebrate figure skating in Harlem and the amazing students and community. Let's give them a round of applause as we get this night started. All right, you know as well as I do that this life-changing organization has been empowering girls of color to skate to success for nearly 3 decades. With academic support and access to the sport of figure skating in Harlem builds leadership, resilience, and of course, confidence. The kind of confidence it takes to audition for Broadway, for example. Oh, and also not just auditioning for Broadway, to be cast in The Lion King. And of course, I'm talking about Mariana Diop. She's become the young Nala in The Lion King. I want you all to pause for a moment and please give a hearty round of applause and welcome to the stage Mariana Diop for a rendition of what may become the figure skating in Harlem anthem as we work to build a rink of our own, Home from the Wiz.
Where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. When that makes the tall grass bend into leaning, suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the sea. Chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. It would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its face, but still I know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. And if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things we see. Tell us, should we try and stay? Should we run away? Or is it better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it taught me to love, so it's real, real, real to me. And I learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like home.
About another round of applause? I don't know about you, but I think that anthem, Home, from The Wiz, which is on Broadway again, by the way, opening night is tonight. I think that anthem will become the figure skating in Harlem anthem as they seek to build a rink of their own. Mari, your talent, of course, is absolutely remarkable. And speaking of remarkable, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our first presenter of the evening, Lola West, co-founder and managing director of West Fuller Advisors. West Fuller is the leading Black-owned, multiracial, gender-diverse, independent, and objective advisory and wealth management firm. And Lola is also a former figure skating in Harlem board member and was instrumental in the organization's creation. Please join me in applauding her impact.
Thank you, Vlad, and all of you here tonight to join me in celebrating figure skating in Harlem's impact and the community that makes its work possible. As they say, it takes a village. In our village, we have so many talented people, from business experts to world-class performers. One of those particular talents is my friend, Alicia Hall Moran. Born to a true trailblazer in the corporate world, Ira Hall, and publishing executive Carol Hall, who is with us celebrating tonight, Alicia was destined for greatness from the start. As a child, her creativity and talent were abundant and obvious, and her drive for self-expression carried her to the ice as the only Black skater on her synchronized skating team in Stamford, Connecticut. Make no mistake, Alicia has a talent on ice, a way of conveying deep emotion through movement. But her true God-given gift is her extraordinary voice. And until you've heard her sing Motown as a mezzo-soprano, you've missed something. From the Manhattan School of Music to Barnard, Alicia continued to cultivate her voice, both technically and creatively. And I said that already. I'm so excited about the mezzo-soprano. But now, all of her other output across, now listen to this, classical music, dance, contemporary composition, choral, visual art, figure skating, opera, jazz, journalism, film, and literature, as singer, composer, skater, writer, producer, and director is simply astounding. From Broadway to the Kennedy Center, from the New York Times to this personal review I'm giving tonight, her vocal beauty, sensitivity, and daring always shines through. You know what it's like when you're around a genius, a free spirit, a gazelle, someone who's here to make the world alive for you. That's Alicia. I have never been in her presence and not been awed by her love for life and her enthusiasm about it, which can make you giddy. I'll never forget running into her in the Fairway supermarket parking lot, where it felt as if she was leaping across the asphalt. There she was, so happy to see me and so expressive that I needed to sit and fully feel that energy and unbridled humanity before I went in to shop. She is a burst of light for which I am happy I've been able to see. Alicia, we celebrate you as a humanist for all you give to the world, especially as a volunteer for figure skating in Harlem, where you inspire girls who look like you to dream as big as you always have. I am so proud to welcome you to the stage for this well-deserved honor.
Il n'a jamais, jamais connu de moi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime. Si je te veux prendre garde à toi, prends garde à toi. That means look out for me in French. Prends garde à toi. And if I love you, if I love you, look out for me.
Thank you. Thank you, Lola, for this incredible recognition of my unusual talents. The Ice, for me, is a huge theater where this season I performed the role of volunteer coach at figure skating in Harlem. And if I met a person last year who asked, oh, what do you do? Or where are you performing next? Invariably, I would say something like, I'm a concert singer who just made my Philadelphia orchestra debut, and I'm a volunteer coach at figure skating in Harlem. Or I'm a conceptual vocal artist and composer who produces and directs. I'm in a feature film right now, and my art is in museums, but did I tell you I'm also a volunteer at figure skating in Harlem? Because first of all, Harlem. Second of all, skating. And third, the figure suggests to me the art of it, the discipline, the geometry, and the recognition of the tracings that skate blades leave behind on the art and leave behind on the ice. This says we are artists who get a new canvas every time the Zamboni, that big truck, makes the ice smooth and glossy again. Everywhere this season, I saw beauty on the ice, in the coaches, in the girls. Myself, I thought I had stopped skating seriously in 10th grade to make room for music, and for 25 years, I did not step into a pair of skates. I thought it was in my past, but skating wasn't done with me. And after my children, Malcolm and Jonas, were born at the same time, they're identical twins, I started to talk about skating a lot, because what would I give them?
What was my legacy that they didn't see? Skating. And since I've been incubating and enjoying developing art and singing music about skating, for skating, while skating, this year when I engaged with FSH as a regular practice, like yoga, a practice, I allowed skating to leap from the periphery of my life into the center, and I finally achieved a sort of peace. Y'all. Over the winter, the FSH team skated at a synchro competition in my hometown, Stamford, Connecticut, where my sister Stephanie lives, at the same rink I learned to skate at when I was 8. And let's just say, if I was not the only African-American girl out there on that ice for freestyle and synchro sessions in my 7 years of training, that's definitely how I remember it. The girls I skated with, we were actively integrating that synchro team, and for the hours I was in it, that entire rink, which is a powerful thing for little kids to do. But it's something we never talked about. Our outfits were half black and half white, and the metaphor couldn't have been more rich, so it became a theme in all of my work. I re-entered skating kind of like just in galleries, skating on ice blocks. I made a tribute operetta to world champion and Olympic skater Debbie Thomas at National Sawdust, and yes, in 2016, and I called it Breaking Ice, the Battle of the Carmens. This year, we premiered its follow-up, Cold-Blooded. My album is coming soon, by the way. And National Sawdust made a beautiful donation this evening for their gratitude. I froze ice in a museum in Massachusetts. I won grants to make it possible. I brought saxophones and taiko drums and actors into the center of the ice to be also themselves. I took the group lessons at the rink in New York City until my ice godmother, Moira North, who is here this evening, connected me with Coach Sarah France, who is here this evening, and they invited me to sing Joni Mitchell's River while skating for the Ice Theater of New York's most recent performance. I even created with Surya Bonali, One Glorious February Morning. This is a lot I did. We were photographed to mark that it had happened, that I made art with Surya Bonali, the backflipping one. I had to invite the photographer I had just seen in the New York Times, and that was your alumna, Flo and Gala. Capping it off, I sang on the ice, as you saw, with figure skating in Harlem's brilliant performance team at Bryant Park, Christmas tree lighting this year, and I really have to say these names out loud from the beginning, performing the role of Bess on Broadway, around the country. I was deeply inspired by Gordieva and Grinkov skating to Bess, You Is My Woman Now, which is an incredible lesson in music. Skating is running my show. Skating is another way of seeing, another way of drawing, because when I skate, I am drawing myself into a frame. Let's just say, I'm surprised I'm up here, and I'm oh so proud to speak about skating to a room full of skaters and those who love skaters, all in my own rhythm. Figure skating in Harlem, you have transformed my life. Thank you.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So, as I've gotten to know figure skating in Harlem over the years, I've been continually impressed by the depth of its community. I've also been inspired by the journey of the young ladies in its program over the years, especially our next presenter and last year's alumna honoree, Flo and Gala. I was so impressed by Flo that I felt I had to share her story on CBS Mornings, which we did. The world was so impressed by Flo that she became the first black woman to photograph the Met Gala for Vogue. Oh, and also, she grabbed the attention of Forbes and made their 30 under 30 list. Not too shabby. Please welcome my friend Flo and Gala to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Vlad, for that intro. It is very surreal to be back here, and I think just first and foremost, another round of applause for like the team at FSH who puts this together. Like, seriously, some of the alum who are in here can relate to like growing up and this being, you know, a thing, the gala being a thing that we participated in, and it's so impressive that it just continues to happen year after year. So thank you so much to the FSH team, the students, the community, and the parents. Tonight I'm here humbly to honor the co-honoree at table number 4, Miss Daria Ford. I am a 2013 alum of FSH and a 2023 Gala co-honoree, as Vlad mentioned, but Daria and I go way back, 2 decades to be exact. We met as students through Figure Skating in Harlem's mentorship program, and I was paired as her mentor when I was about 8 or 9 years old. Now listen, you couldn't tell me anything, okay? I was convinced there was a 6-year-old who needed me in this world. I took that mentorship so seriously, you know what I mean? And just between learning different finale routines that we all do at the end of the year, or saying hellos and goodbyes at our annual September orientations or May and April banquets and galas, it's been such a joy to watch her excel on the ice, but off the ice, Daria has always been that girl. When I tell you this next list of academic accomplishments, you'll see exactly why. From being a student head of school at the esteemed boarding school Miss Porter's, an all-girls school, to graduating cum laude, going on to attend Barnard College, right? And I'm gonna keep going. Majoring in computer science, before stepping into her professional career, she went and took not 1 but 2 internships in finance at Morgan Stanley and Deutsche Bank. I mean, casual. She also volunteered her time with the nonprofit organization Girls Who Code, where she formally attended and participated. She went back as a summer instructor, which is so amazing to do at the early stage of her career. Going into her professional accomplishments, Daria has entered positions at major corporations, including Warner Brothers Discovery and Groupon. One of her proudest accomplishments includes last year during a major merger between the Warner Brothers and formerly HBO Max team. She was part of the team that essentially relaunched the HBO Max streaming service as Max, which is huge, and literally that's FSH legacy at the pinnacle of media and deserves a round of applause. And while I would love to stand here and keep talking about her wins on stage, I really love this spotlight here. I want to just express that being your friend in real life and seeing you win in real life, even running into your mom, Nicola, who's also here, getting my updates as you're, you know, over here killing it in product management, doing UX and different endeavors. I genuinely love just being able to see you win up close. I imagine that as you come to this stage and take your step up here, many students will learn of your story and be inspired, and I just hope that tonight serves as a reminder of what else is to come. Congratulations, Daria. Okay, let's get into the dress. Let's get into the dress. Wow, hello. Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I'm so grateful to be receiving this honor. Figure skating in Harlem has had a long-lasting impact on me as it completely changed the trajectory of my life. I'm thankful that tonight brings together supporters and patrons of the program to contribute to the journeys of the next generation. And thank you for being here tonight to celebrate and fundraise. I started in FSH as a timid, reserved 6-year-old, and I still remember the first time I stepped onto the ice, holding onto the wall for dear life, and Sharon Cohen gliding up to me to reassure me that I'd be okay. In each year that passed, that rang true because I was surrounded by coaches, counselors, and friends who poured into me on and off the ice. Miss Lisa's tough love during homework sessions, and Miss Jackie's encouragement to speak up and speak clearly during health education sessions helps me build an unbreakable foundation. I wanted to thank them for nurturing me and honor all of them tonight. Figure skating is an intense sport. The athletes who I grew up with were expected to showcase strength and agility while being graceful and poised in freezing temperatures. After each off-season, that initial timidness I felt when I was 6 would return, but with each crossover, I remembered the foundation I had built. I developed a strong sense of resilience because there was nothing more rewarding than finally landing that jump while being surrounded by the same Black figure skaters who were rooting for us year after year. FSH helps me strengthen this resilience and build this foundation, but to truly tell this story of resilience means telling the story of my grandmother, who left her native country of Guyana to build a life for her children in a foreign country. Irma Ford was a force to be reckoned with and the true embodiment of female empowerment as she broke down barriers to achieve the best opportunities for her children and her family. Irma was a midwife in the village of Plaisance, Guyana, and moved to New York City in the 70s without her family to obtain her nursing degree. Soon after setting up, she moved her 3 children to the States by herself, and by the end of her career, she was an accomplished nurse practitioner. Thank you. This dedication persisted through each generation and drove my mother, Nicola Ford, to be so intentional about the life she wanted for me. Being the ultimate cheerleader, my mother took note of my interests and invested hours to ensure that I achieved my dreams. From driving me to FSH practices and performances, Double Dutch Camp, and eventually to Connecticut to attend Miss Porter School, my mother is the true embodiment of where there's a will, there's a way. This same determination emboldened me to enter and excel in institutions that weren't historically intended to develop young Black girls. Whether it was initially feeling out of place at my all-girls boarding school, but going on to be voted student head of school, or choosing to enter the male-dominated tech industry, having the women in my village root for me instilled a sense of audacity that paved my way. I would not be here with you all today as an Ivy League graduate with a computer science degree and working for one of the world's leading media and entertainment companies if it were not for my FSH village, my Harlem village, and those who left their villages back home for a better life. To the young girls who hear this, know that you're on an incredible journey, and even in the moments of immense self-doubt, you're surrounded by people who see so much more for you than you can even imagine. Remember that your past self has prepared your present self for the challenges you experience, and you're now sowing the seeds for your future self to flourish. And thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout my journey especially the figure skating and Harlem community. Let's continue to empower and uplift one another and show the world what women are truly capable of. Thank you.
Aren't these alums impressive? That's literally what I said to Daria as she walked off. I just said, you're so bloody impressive. But they're far from the only stars in the FSH alumni galaxy. Please join me in welcoming to the stage FSH board member Candace Matthews, who will tell you, yes, give it up for Candace. Candace is going to tell you a bit more about the historic milestone that is breaking the ice ceiling, which I recently featured on our show, CBS Mornings. Candace Matthews, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Vlad. Good evening, everyone. As a woman who has spent my career dedicating Black girls see themselves in the C-suite, I know how much representation matters. This year, our amazing alumni, Cheyenne Walker and Ariel Clark, decided to take that mindset to the ice by forming the nation's first HBCU skating team and sending that team to compete for the first time in history. These young women have taken the leadership traits they built at figure skating in Harlem to Howard University and have rightly received the national acclaim for this accomplishment, including from Vice President Kamala Harris. Cheyenne and Ariel, can you please stand? Let's give them an amazing round of applause. Can we also get our alumni board to please stand for a round of applause as well? Thank you, ladies. We may be figure skating in Harlem, but really, our mission is everywhere. From our sister chapter in Detroit, go Detroit, to our South Africa Cultural Exchange last summer, to Howard University, the phenomenal FSH community is showing the world that skating is for everyone. And in another milestone moment, our performance team took the ice at the U.S. Figure Skating National Championship Skating Spectacular earlier this year in a nationally televised performance. This proves, much like in the rooms where decisions are made, that our girls belong in this sport and deserve equal opportunities to shine. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, figure skating in Harlem.
Group of skaters on the ice representing figure skating in Harlem, which helps girls transform their lives, grow in confidence, leadership, and academic achievement.
We will rise from the sun-baked south. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover in every nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our people, diverse and dutiful, will emerge, battered but beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn looms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
no greater education than sport. It opens the world up to every young person, especially who takes up figure skating. Makes your dreams come true and makes you believe in yourself. Wonderful performance.
That was so sweet.
Next up on the ice.
What a great program. It was choreographed by Ela Epperson, FSH alum, our assistant director of skating, and coached by Laura Hushin, our director of skating. If you have not talked to a student or an alum tonight, do so before you leave. I promise it will be the biggest highlight of your evening. Good evening, everyone. If I don't know you yet, my name is Sharon Cohen. I'm the founder and CEO of Figure Skating in Harlem. Candace. Thank you. Candace, I know you want to eat, so I'm going to go fast. Candace, thank you for your many years of service. We cherish you and your indomitable husband, Bruce. Give it up, everybody. We love you, Bruce. And Candace, thank you for shining a light on the incredible accomplishments of some of our alums. Cheyenne and Ariel, where are you? Happy graduation next month from Howard. And Zenzele, you are about to get your master's degree in, in business and social work. And all I can say is whenever you're ready to take the helm, you just let me know. I mean that. Speaking of taking the helm, the head of our Detroit chapter is here, Lori Ward. They are completing their 7th year and going strong with much success. Congratulations, Lori and team. And Vlad, once again, we thank you for being the consummate host. Isn't he handsome too? Seriously, as I look across the room, I'm filled with incredible gratitude for all of you who have helped build figure skating in Harlem over the last 27 years, and all of you who are here tonight supporting. And I'm talking about from our spectacular students. We serve hundreds every year. If you're a student, come on, give it up. To our amazing, stellar board of directors, to our dedicated team, they are the heart and soul of our work, to our volunteers, to our Olympians, to our young professionals board, to our alumni board, to our advisory board. As Lola said, it absolutely takes a village. But at the center of our village are our parents and our families. I mean, really, really. Millie, where are you? Millie, Brigida, Joanne, and Annie, stand up and wave, please. You are parents. You are parents of some of our graduating seniors, but most of you have had more than one daughter in the program, and you've been beside me as trusted advisors, as co-creators, and I'm not talking about for 10 years or 15 years. Brigida, you've been here 24 years. Thank you. You have followed in the footsteps. You have followed in the footsteps of our great parent founders and the legendary Bernice Diabru, who I love. I salute all of you, all of our parents. I also, of course, salute 4 of our dazzling, inspiring honorees who also come from within our community. We're excited of all the celebrating of you. We're delighted to celebrate you tonight because of all the different ways in which you've helped build our community. Now, I'm getting nervous because I said community and I said building. And I said building and I said community. I must have something going on here. All right, what makes our community so special is that we've been unwaveringly dedicated to keeping our core mission of education and empowerment, and we have the results to stand by. You can say that we are a community with a soul, but what we do not have is a home. Mari, thank you for singing what will be our new anthem. Because I need to tell everybody in this room tonight, in order to have the greatest impact into the future, we have to start reaching for the stars. And by that I mean a skating arena, a high-tech education center in Harlem. It's never been done. It is possible. And it will have impact far beyond our community. And I want to thank, there's some wonderful people in the room tonight who've already got the ball rolling and are making real progress. We may dream, but our feet are on the ground. So stick with us and we'll keep you informed about our continued progress. Now, okay, finally, as Candace, my hero, said, we are an organization, a mission that's local and global. So whether it's teaching skating to underserved girls in South Africa, that means bonding with boxers in Johannesburg, and teaching surfers in Cape Town how to glide from the water onto the ice. Our girls have taken their performance all the way to Columbus, Ohio, for the whole country to see. This universal power of sport and education to change lives is something that every single girl in our organization knows firsthand. And I'm glad that you're all here with me today to witness it firsthand for yourself. But, and I'm wrapping it up here, I am so excited because soon you're going to be able to see it on a major streaming service, and I hear they have a magical kingdom. I can't tell you the name. But our 5-part docuseries, executive produced by Ron Howard and Brian Grazier, is premiering early next year. Now, give me a cheer if you want to see a sneak peek. You will be the first in the world to see this clip, because it's still editing. Here's a clip. Roll it.
So these are FSH trophies that we've gathered over the years. Last year at Reflections, we got 2nd place. That season was actually a really good season. I'm not even gonna lie. It was probably one of our best seasons. I'm definitely aiming for the same goal for this year. Okay, that was better, but like, just add more, sharpness.
With any sport, you always want to aim for the highest point. We've had a bit of a rough season so far, but I think we can push through.
This that kinfolk, this that skinfolk, this that war, this that bloodline on the front line, ready for war. Where you gonna run? Get it loose, get it low, get it low.
You really have to take power into your own hands.
Gotta protect my grave.
And then when it's time, you put your face on and then you just...
Take my power, my power. Don't never take my power. Keep going, they feel away. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been practicing at home a lot more, and I'm channeling my Aretha Franklin because there's power in her voice, and I want to put power in my performance. We actually made a lot of progress, and it was actually one of our best run-throughs of the season, so I'm actually really hopeful for our competition.
Line it up!
I see what they can do, and I just feel like when we skate on the ice, we make a statement.
Keep it straight!
We are girls of color, and we're powerful. Imagine us showing up, and we're winning the competition. That's my dream for them, and I think they can do it. Sorry.
Our girls are going to inspire girls everywhere to leap on the ice, to build their confidence and pursue their dreams. And with that, I leave you to your wonderful dinner. See you after.
Ladies and gentlemen, your dinner is being served. Please take your seats. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats. The second half of our program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the students of figure skating in Harlem.
One, two, three.
Caitlin,
Hallie,
Tallulah,
Jennifer,
Mackenzie,
Zaida,
Scarlett.
I am bold and beautiful. I am confident and strong. I never give up. In life like on ice, when I fall, I get back up. I am the dream of women past. I am the hope of those to come.
I shine bright like a star.
I work hard like a pro.
I have the heart of a champ.
I was born to be a leader. I am figure skating in Harlem.
I see past the atmosphere of what's possible.
Figure skating in Harlem is preparing me
to achieve my wildest dream.
The sky's the limit.
I'm reaching for my star.
Judge,
Entrepreneur,
pediatrician.
I'm reaching for my star.
Actress,
Artist,
songwriter,
corporate lawyer. Our hard work and dedication on and off the ice helps us to do our best on the blades.
and our best in life.
learning new figure skating moves,
Becoming financially literate.
exploring exciting careers.
All ignite my ambition to reach for my star.
Thank you, Daria, for your star, a guiding light for us to see.
We are excellence in color.
We are figure skating in Harlem.
Please welcome Figure Skating in Harlem's board chair, Tina Lundgren.
As I was listening back there to these young ladies, all I kept thinking was, number one, if the future is in their hands one day, I think we're going to be all right. Number two, wow, I've got to follow that. You ladies were fierce. Thank you. Before we give out a few awards and recognize the amazing Olympians in the room, I want to recognize our board, and please ask them to stand. The program could not do what we do if it were not for the board and their great leadership. But I also want to give a special shout out to our newest board member, Sherry McPherson, and here's why. Sherry was one of our students years ago, starting in the program at age 6, staying with us through graduation and keeping in touch during her early career days. Frankly, she never quite left us. After working at Goldman Sachs, she joined RBC, which has become a supporter of the program. And it was at the recommendation of RBC and wild enthusiasm on our end that Sherry became a full member of the board last year. And I think that is the absolute perfect full circle moment where one of our former students is now one of our leaders. Sherry, please stand. So I have the distinct honor tonight of introducing our Olympians, some in the traditional sense of the word and some in the figure skating and Harlem sense of the word. Let's start with the non-traditional type. At FSH, we challenge our girls each year from the time they are 6 years old to define their own Olympics, whether it's marching in the opening ceremonies, or marching into a synchro skating competition, or marching in their high school and college graduation ceremonies. The values for success, the ones that we learn from the discipline of skating, are the same. Tonight we have 6 of our graduating seniors with us who are embarking on the next stage of their academic Olympic dreams, and it is my honor to present them to you. First, you guys there? Sumaya Cabrera. Hallie Cespedes. Zoe Littles Ward. Nadia Neal, Ashley Prentice, and Alicia Rozier. This impressive group of young ladies have been accepted into schools including the University of Pennsylvania, Northeastern, Williams, Trinity, Smith, UConn, Syracuse, and that's just to name a few. Collectively, now you're going to hear me correctly, you're not going to believe it, but collectively, our seniors have received over $3.1 million in scholarship offers. And I think it's a great understatement to say we are so proud of you. Now, our traditional Olympians. Through years of sheer physical and mental dedication, they took their childhood dreams and turned them into reality, ultimately representing the United States of America on the Olympic stage. And we are so grateful for their support over the years. To our Olympians, please stand when I call your names. JoJo Starbuck, Scott Allen, Suna Murray, Emily Hughes, Paul Wiley, Chris Knierim, and Tim Gable. And I'm going to add someone here. She wasn't an Olympian, but she was a world-class figure skater whose passion for skating turned into fashion. And she may not have been in the Olympics, but boy, has she dressed them. Vera Wang. In fact, the last costume she made was for Nathan Chen, and that costume is now in the Smithsonian. Now, for those of you who were at this gala in 2022, you might recall that we had our entire Olympic team here on stage that night. You might also recall that I introduced a group of them as the team event silver medalists. Well, after 2 years of controversy and hearings and testing, patience paid off. Clean sport won out. And those results were overturned. It is my honor to bring to stage 4 members of the 2022 Olympic figure skating gold medal team. World champion pair skater extraordinaire and Olympic gold medalist Alexa Knierim. Soon to be husband and wife and Olympic gold medalists Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. Men's Olympic champion and now double gold medalist and the soon to be Yale graduate in 2 weeks, Nathan Chen. Okay, and while the IOC did announce that you indeed are the winning team, you haven't gotten your medals yet, right? No. 2 years, we're still working on that. But our seniors have something for you. We've had special gold medals made. They are solid, they are beautiful, but we couldn't afford to make them in gold, so we went to the next best thing. They are chocolate. And now that you guys aren't actually in training, you can eat them. Okay, but seriously, you guys, you need to know that your fans and your Figure Skating Harlem family, we will be with you in spirit when you finally get the medal and the podium ceremony that you deserve. So I think the time has come where we want to share this gold medal experience with everyone out there. And so to do that, we're going to have some help. I'm going to bring to the stage the famous and the wonderfully infamous Jamie McDonald.
Thank you very much, Tina. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jamie McDonald, and I am tickled pink to be your fundraiser once again this year. Sharon, you have built the most fantastic organization, and tonight, everyone in this room is going to do what they can to make sure that it keeps going. Am I right? Are we here to raise some money? We are here to raise some money tonight. I tell you what, just looking at that earlier, I have 2 little girls of myself. They're 3 and 1. And I tell you what, I'd be as proud as punch if they turn out as confident, as intelligent, as grounded as those young women that we saw today. So let's do what we can tonight to try and break a record. And I'm going to need a little bit of help. So if I can ask, I want to invite 3 groups back to the stage here. I want to get, yes, the spoken word group, the Olympians, and the seniors. Let's welcome them back. Give them a round of applause. Now, as they come, I'm going to tell you something we'll be doing tonight. As you can see, they're going to be holding medals. Now, we've got a fun thing to be doing. For the first table where everyone's wearing a medal, and you get a medal if you donate. If you raise your hand at one of the levels, you're going to get a medal around your neck. The first 3 tables where everyone has a medal around their neck are going to get delivered a bottle of champagne. Not just any champagne. They're going to get a bottle of HRLM champagne, which I think I'm saying is the very first ever in the world black-owned champagne brand, ever in history. There they are. There are those bottles right there. I tell you, it is very hard to get them, so that really is something if you get your hands on them. I have a second thing to tell you, which is fantastic. Moments before, earlier this evening, I found out that a group of anonymous donors are donating $100,000 tonight to this event. We are kicking off tonight, but it's a match. It is a match, so that means we need people to dig deeper tonight than they ever have done. And because we're going to break a record tonight, I am going to ask somebody to come and help me. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I thought I would ask the quietest person in the spoken word group. So please, can you put your hands together for Mackenzie? Let's get a bit of a gap. Mackenzie here is going to be my co-pilot tonight. Mackenzie, how old are you, Mackenzie?
I am currently 9 years old right now.
Mackenzie is 9 years old. Shh. So Mackenzie, just in your own words, why don't you tell us what figure skating in Harlem means to you?
Figure skating in Harlem is a program for all walks of life, and they teach us to be our inner selves and be self-encouraging and don't change ourselves for anyone else, because us ourselves we are the best, and
all
we
right.
are amazing.
I couldn't put it back in myself. And Mackenzie, you do want to be an actress, don't you?
Yes.
Are we all sure that Mackenzie's going to be a star? Are we sure? I asked her earlier, she said she doesn't want to be a fundraising auctioneer, so I was like, phew! Because I've only got a couple years left before this young lady takes over my job. Okay, so we've got the match. Let me explain how the pledging's going to go. If you donate, I'm going to start at the highest levels and then work my way down. If you raise your hand, I want everybody in the room to give a huge round of applause. No matter if you're donating $10,000 or $100, I just want everyone to applaud because people are giving what they can give. You can pay by either checking on the forms that are in front of you or texting the word SKATE to 801-801. There are 2 ways to pledge tonight. Are we ready to get going, guys? Are we ready to get going? Mackenzie, are we ready?
Yep.
So Mackenzie's going to help me spot into the audience. We're going to start at $25,000. At $25,000, we know this. There are 300 girls a year that get to go on the ice, but we need investment in the ice. $25,000 right now. I'm coming down on table 20. Come right here. Come right here. Give it to me. $25,000 to make sure these girls get on the ice. Terry, are you donating? Terry's giving us a $25,000, leading by example. $50,000 we've just raised. Mackenzie, can we see anyone else? We can. We're coming in. We're coming in. Give her the medals. Let's get a high five. Another $25,000. Come on. Another $25,000 till we hit 100,000. Mackenzie, can we see anyone?
No.
Do we see anyone? We're looking for. Yes, sir. $25,000. Come in. Thank you, sir. This man deserves a medal right now. He's changed the lives of these girls. He's putting them on ice. He's building a foundation. He's giving them a home. $100,000. We've just hit the match. That's $200,000 raised. Mackenzie, she is a girl on fire. She is Katniss Everdeen up on that stage. Can we see anyone else at $25,000? Do you want to join the $25,000 dub? There's some pretty cool people in it. All right, let's give a round of applause for everyone at $25,000. Next level. We're going for $10,000 now. Listen to this. For $10,000, 50 girls get 100 hours of academic tutoring. 100 hours of academic tutoring. That is $2 per hour per girl. If you think about this money, and I'm not saying everyone can afford $10,000, but if you can afford it, how better could you spend that money? It goes to 50 girls getting 100 hours of academic tutoring. It gives them confidence. It builds up intellectual capacity. Are we looking at $10,000 in the room? Mackenzie, keep a lookout. Keep that eagle eye. Yes, we do. $10,000 donation. I see you right there, madam. Let's get a medal. Right there. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Madam, I'm coming back to say I'm giving you a high five on table 36. Thank you so much for your $10,000 donation. You just provided 100 hours to 50 girls. Thank you very much. Maybe I need to remind you, this is all tax deductible. I know it's tax season right now. The S&P 500 is up 26% 6 October and Bitcoin's at $65,000. These don't matter because what matter is figure skating in Harlem. But if you were an investor in Bitcoin, now would be a great time to sell it and put it into this organization, which guarantees results. Anyone else at $10,000 before we move down? Nobody wants these amazing medals. All right, let's give a round of applause for that lady at $10,000. We're at $110,000 now. $5,000. Figure skating in Harlem may be a Harlem-based, but they do spread the love. So many of you know about the trip to South Africa. These ladies are ambassadors for this organization, and they're now going to be on Disney+. This is a brand that's going global. $5,000 is to build on that global brand. Who will raise their hand at $5,000 and donate to figure skating in Harlem? We're looking for $5,000 donations now. We want big rounds of applause of people. I'm going to hold tight. I've got nowhere else to be. I told you I have 2 small children. I'm not rushing home. $5,000 right here. Let's give this man a medal. Right here on table 11. Thank you so much for your kind donation of $5,000. Anyone else at $5,000? Yes, we're coming back here. Thank you, madam. Let's go back here on table 22. I see you at $5,000. You have a huge smile on your face, and absolutely you should still have that. Right here, we have another $5,000 donation on table 11. We're really cooking at this level now. Look at these Olympians charge around. Anyone else at $5,000 before we move down? Did I mention the tax benefit? I just want to make sure that really hit home. Okay, let's give a round of applause for everyone at $5,000. Come on, we're on our way to $150,000 now. Let's keep going. Plus, we have the match, obviously. $1,000. These are scholarships. Figure skating itself has Yes, we do. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Table number 17 has 2 at $1,000. Yes, I see you, madam. We have somebody else. 2 people on that table over there at $1,000. Let's get medals on them. Yes, sir, I see you on table 10. Yes, sir, I see you on table 10. Let's get table 10 here. Table 10, could you be the first table to get all medals around your neck? Yes, right here on table 11. Thank you, sir, and thank you, madam. Let's get medals here, guys. We're looking for 2 medals right here. 2 medals right here. Anyone else at $1,000? Put your paw in the air and get recognized. Yes, I see you guys. I'm coming over. Woo! Give you that $1,000. Yes, $1,000. You've just created scholarships for these young girls. Thank you so much for your generosity. Let's run back across the room. My Apple Watch is exploding on me. Anyone else at $1,000? We've got good momentum now. $1,000 to provide scholarships for these young girls to get on ice, to get educated, to build their confidence. Yes, thank you very much indeed. Need I remind you of a quote from Vera Wang, who's here tonight. What a quintessentially New York organization this is. Isn't it such a New York organization? I'm British, as you may have worked out, but I have lived in New York 14 years, and this is one of those organizations that sets this city apart. Is there anyone else who will give $1,000 of their hard-earned money to this organization and receive a huge round of applause? Yes, we have, right here. Thank you, madam. Table 10. Table 10, how many medals have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Anyone else at $1,000 before we move down? Okay, get ready. Yes, we have another donator. Thank you very much. Mackenzie, can we see anyone else at $1,000? Flo, do you want to tell us a little? I mean, I feel like you need the microphone.
The Culinary is doing $1,000 for the table. I mean, that's a vibe. So one time for Daria.
I think what we're getting the message here was we're leading by example on this table. 4, thank you. Mackenzie, I can't quite see. We're looking out above everyone. We're looking for somebody else at $1,000.
No.
All right, Mackenzie. This is when we go into overdrive, because $500, this is where we get people some skates. You can't go skating without skates. Let's start on this side of the room. Mackenzie, can you see any table numbers? Right here, yes, table number 10, again at $500. Yes, I see you at $500. Let's get table 10. I see 2 people over here at $500. I'm coming over to see, thank you, sir, thank you, thank you. Thank you, madam, on table 21 at $500. Here we go, let's get those medals handed out. Anyone else at $500? Yes, sir, I see you. $500 here, there you go, madam. What a smile on your face, and you should have a smile on your face. Table 29 has woken up. Where the hell have you been, table 29? Here we are at $500, there you are, good stuff. Come on, who else is giving $500 here? Who wants a medal on table 29? Table 37, guys, we need table 37, more medals. $500 here on table 37. We're cruising through $160,000 now. Let's keep the donating going. Who else is at $500 now? Let's put these ladies on the ice. Yes, madam, I see you on table 9. Let's get another medal here on table 9. Thank you very much indeed. We got a whole table. We got a whole table. Guys. We got our whole table. We got our first champagne table. Woo! Oh shit! The table number is number 20. Number 20 got the champagne. Mackenzie here, she's going to be on Broadway and she will sing you a song if you are donating heavily tonight. So, anyone else at $500 before we move on? Table number 10. You got the whole table? Do we get table 10? Are you on the whole table? Table 10's done it, let's do it! Let's get a second bottle of champagne, table 10! What a party they're gonna have. Let's get medals on everyone on table 10. All right, Mackenzie. We got any final words we want to tell all these people? Here we go. This is our final level. You guys have been a great crowd, we've donated a lot. We created this last level of $275. Now, if some of you didn't pay for your ticket, I'm just being honest here. Hey, you know who you are, that no one has got any names. We know that certain tables, 27, they didn't pay for their table, you know. And I'm just saying this ticket's at $275, so if you were to donate $275, boy oh boy would we smash a record. Mackenzie, we're asking for $275 now. Let's go round. Who's got $275 to spare tonight? Oh my God, look at that table. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up on that table. Can we get that whole table at the back? Table number 25. Let's get, Mackenzie, you get in there. Table number 25. Table number 35 at the back. They're all at $275. Go, Mackenzie. Look at this whippersnapper. Anyone else at $275 wants to raise their hand? Let's keep the applause going. I see you, sir, on table 20. Where's my money? What? Oh, no, I didn't. Somebody else offline whispered it to me. You are going to donate $275 from everyone. Oh, wow, let's hear it for this gentleman here on table 20 who's donating $275 from everyone there. Oh, boy, look at that. Sir, what's your name, sir?
My husband, Bruce Matthews.
Oh, Mr. Bruce Matthews, you are a legend. You are a legend. $275 from that table. Thank you so much. Okay, anyone else at $275 before we wrap this up? All right, ladies and gents, shh. Last thing to note is, if you do look, yes, we got more people donating. Let's get the medals out there. Go, girls. Get out there. Go on, Mackenzie. Mackenzie can really get through those tables. Well, I don't know the exact total, but we have a $100,000 match, and I think we must have got close to $200,000, so we're maybe around the 200, 250 mark. Give yourselves a round of applause, and please, whatever you want to donate, you can donate any amounts at the end. Thank you so much for participating tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Let's give a round of applause for the Olympians, for the seniors, and for the spoken word group. Good night.
Wow. I know Tina mentioned following some of these young ladies, but following Jamie McDonald, I've got a medal for Jamie. How about a round of applause for Jamie? I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, but every year when I come to this and Jamie does this auction, I'm sort of reinvigorated with excitement. Folks, if you didn't text your pledge, you can fill out these cards and make sure that you give them to somebody here just to make sure that you get your pledge in. All right, so I'm very pleased now to introduce our next presenter, Claudia Romano. She's the beloved sister of founding FSH volunteer Cynthia Romano. Claudia is a tenacious senior attorney at Legal Aid, and she was also an early volunteer with FSH. Thank you for being here to celebrate with us. Claudia, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great night. Just bear with me while I put my glasses on. So first I want to say that I am honored to be here tonight to celebrate this amazing organization. I remember when this organization first started, I think it was the second year, Sharon recruited me to come teach ice skating. And I fell in love with teaching the girls at FSH. So I'm also here to introduce my closest friend and my biggest inspiration, my sister, Cynthia Romano. And some of you may know Cynthia from her skating days, but for those of you that don't know Cynthia, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her so that you know who's being honored. From her competitive skating successes to her academic work at Brown University and MIT, to her corporate accomplishments, her drive and commitment and her compassion inspire me every single day. Skating was Cynthia's first love. My parents first got her pair of skates, her first pair of good skates, and she wore them every day, all over the house. She didn't take them off. So the ice was her happy place. It was a place where she found peace and contentment, and she learned so much from skating. And she really needed that, because it's not a story I tell often, but I think it's worth sharing tonight so that people can understand her accomplishments and put this honor into context. Our mother, our beautiful mother, developed early onset Alzheimer's disease when I was 9, and my sister was 13 turning 14. And it was at the height of her skating career. And as it progressed, our family could no longer meet our needs, and we didn't really have a place to go. And so my sister, through all of that, trained every day. She went to school. She was a straight-A student. And despite our mother dying, my sister skated. And it's what saved her, I think. But that's to tell you that my sister did not get here the easy way. So a few things you should know about her. She is a fixer. She restructures broken businesses for a living, and she's really great at it. She has a lot of grit. She qualified for the Olympic trials, and she was on the national team where she placed 5th in the world in Czechoslovakia. But she qualified for the Olympic trials after what should have been a career-ending injury. But she got up, even though she broke her ankle and up her leg, she got up and she just kept practicing little by little. Cynthia fought for her education at every step, and given our circumstances, nobody really expected her to find a way to pay for Brown and MIT and to graduate with honors from both of them. She also helped raise me, which I will tell you was no easy feat. I was not easy to raise. And now I pay it forward. I work as an attorney at the Legal Aid Society, helping people that were trafficking victims. Cynthia also does not know the words no or can't. Her clients love this about her. I personally do not. But my favorite thing about her is that she always tries to do the right thing. She's a good human being, and she tries to give back with kindness and to do good in the world, and I just love that about her the most. So Cynthia is here being honored tonight. She's not being honored because she was an Olympic medalist or because she's a Fortune 500 CEO. Although she has achieved great success in both areas, she's being honored because Sharon volunteered Cynthia back when FSH was starting. She volunteered her to help get FSH off the ground. And Cynthia is the embodiment of what skating teaches young girls. Cynthia literally wrote the book about it. It was 60 pages about the lessons that skating and that sports ingrains in young women. And that is what founded the curriculum for figure skating in Harlem. And to have 1,500 plus girls served by this program and who have achieved success by using skating to create strength, skill, and opportunity is absolutely amazing. I mean, congratulations to every single person who has come out of this program. And please help me welcome Cynthia to the stage to be recognized.
All right, everyone. I want to say first, Claudia, I love you. And I want to say that this honor belongs to you as well, because as you noted, when we asked, you came out and you helped teach, and you showed up in the dead of winter at the outdoor rink, and you didn't hesitate when asked. And today, you still pay it forward daily. I'd like to say, first of all, I applaud figure skating in Harlem for all that it does for these young girls, but also for all of us who participate, who have taught, who are on the board. I think in many ways we have gotten more out of it than any of us expected to. I also want to applaud the girls who've come through this program and are still in it. Skating friends from so many generations. I've seen people in this room tonight that I haven't seen in, I hate to say it, 45 years. Who span so many generations, and my fellow honorees. Congratulations to all of you, and I know there's been a lot of applause tonight, but I'd like to suggest a round of applause for all of those folks. It is a magical night tonight, and I am incredibly honored and deeply grateful to be here tonight. My life has been a patchwork of love, loss, success, failure, and pushing limits. As my sister noted, I am here because my life and career embody what figure skating in Harlem teaches. I believe that when you learn to skate, you learn to soar. And I was someone who loved to skate. As my sister said, it was my happy place. But what does that mean in practical terms? You've heard a little bit from the girls tonight, but let me tell you what I think it means. I believe that it means trying, falling down, getting up, trying again, and repeating that cycle thousands of times. I mean, literally thousands of times. For anyone who has ever skated, you spend a lot of time sitting down, laying down, sliding across the ice. I think it means if you lose, reach higher. If you win, be humble. If you're frustrated, change your approach and try it again. Don't keep doing the same thing. If you're afraid, jump anyway. And if you're exhausted, which so many of us are day to day in our everyday life, stand up, put your head up, smile, put one foot in front of the other, and make your path, create your journey. Skating is the perfect metaphor for life, and it is a perfect training ground for life. I started skating seriously at the age of 7, and after winning my first competition at the age of 10, it felt like I would never lose, and for a long time I didn't. And then I did, which was disappointing and distressing, and I didn't have great tools at the time for how to reflect and recover. But part of what I learned over time is how to lose, how to regroup, and how to come back together. I lost focus, I was afraid, and I was on the verge of quitting. But as my sister said, I am not one to be deterred. So I tried again and ran at it harder and trained differently, and it worked. At the age of 13, I became a member of the U.S. international team. It was an extraordinarily proud moment for me. Thank you. And then, as my sister said, I had a career-ending, what I thought was a career-ending injury. When they told me that I might never skate again, it was unfathomable. After that, I came back and qualified for the Olympic trials at the age of 16. People assume that this level of success, even though in relative terms to many people in this room it pales in comparison, is what makes me who I am, but they're wrong. I am who I am because of the years I spent training and practicing all of those things I mentioned, and coming to know deep inside, which I think is the message with figure skating in Harlem, that hard work and training create a foundation that when tested, remains strong. That's true in skating, and it's true in life. Skating prepared me well for my academic career, particularly when I was accepted into MIT after originally being told no. Like many things, I thought no was the beginning of our discussion at MIT, not the end. 52 students from 22 countries were ultimately accepted into the program I went to. To get accepted, I was on a mission. I wasn't thinking about what I fit exactly. I just thought, this is something I need to do. Once I was accepted, it was tremendously intimidating. My classmates were impressive, and they were very accomplished. I told myself, though, you used to stand on the ice, and you would stand in those lights by yourself, shaking, quite literally, and you did it. This is nothing by comparison. Get after it. And I did. Despite the fear and the doubt and the exhaustion, I completed 2 years of business school credits in a single year. The message from that is until you stretch, until you try things you think you can't do, until you pour your heart and soul into something, you don't know what you're actually capable of. And that is also something skating has taught me. My career followed a similar path. I failed spectacularly at certain things, but mostly I succeeded against the odds. An outlier generally, female in a male-dominated world, and unusual in my approach. I frequently have people say, are you sure you know what you're doing? But I believe in what I'm doing, and that makes all the difference. And from skating, try, fall down, get up. Try again, try differently. Keep doing it until you succeed. I fix broken businesses, sort of like an urgent care for companies. Some are banged up, some chronically ill, some are dying. They all need compassion, intellect, creativity, and good execution. But most of all, they need persistent determination, because change and growth and improvement is hard. I don't care whether you're a company or an individual, it is difficult. That persistent determination has defined everything that I do in my life. One client said to me, "You rip through walls to get things done," and I thought that was the ultimate compliment. As Claudia said, my family may not feel that way, but I thought it was a great compliment. And so when I do my job well, my team and I recover value, we preserve jobs, and we save legacies. But there's a beautiful pay-it-forward effect here, and I love my job most because it allows me to give back. There was a very large donation sent in my honor from a husband and wife couple that we helped along the way. And when I called them and said, "I think you made a mistake, do you want a few of your zeros back?" They laughed just like you did, and they said, "No, this honor and this donation to figure skating in Harlem in your name is because we would not have what we have today were it not for you. We built a business over 30 years, and when we met you, we were on the brink of utter ruin. So this is to say thank you." And so we come full circle, from my skating career to my current career to figure skating in Harlem. And though I credit skating with who I've become, it takes a village. So I'd like to say thank you tonight to my family, for whom they treat me as if I am always enough. It is one place where I don't strive, and it is amazing. And my friends and my colleagues, some of whom are both friends and colleagues, who make me smarter and better every single day. And to figure skating in Harlem, who I showed up to teach in those early years when Sharon called and said I could use some help. I showed up as the teacher, but I left as the student, informed by the girls that I taught, their attitude, their sass, their commitment, as Sharon said, the families and the drive they had to provide safety and opportunity and access for their children. It was impressive. When all is said and done, figure skating is the foundation for life, in my view. It was for me, and I think it is for all of the members of figure skating in Harlem. And because of that, more than 1,500 girls have had a chance to learn these skills on the ice and applied them off the ice, and you have seen the results, better than I could ever say. They, along with all the other skaters in this room tonight, including me, are proof. Proof that physical strength creates mental and emotional strength. Proof that grace and grit go hand in hand. Proof that education opens possibilities. And proof that cultural exposure creates perspective. So with that, Figure Skating Harlem is proof that with opportunity, accomplished women are born from this sport. I am so proud to have been a founding volunteer of this organization that has done so much good over so many years. And before I close, I'd like to thank the team from Figure Skating in Harlem who've done an amazing job behind the scenes putting this all together, and my longtime friend Sharon Cohen. We have been friends for more than 4 decades. And you are an inspiration to me for things that you have offered in this world and done so profoundly well. Yeah. I ask all of you that are here tonight to continue contributing in whatever way makes sense to you, but stay involved. These girls deserve every bit of support you can give them to have opportunities that each of us growing up have had in some way or another. And tonight, I say congratulations to everybody, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
And Cynthia, you're an inspiration to us all. Thank you very much. What beautiful remarks. Okay, folks, let's talk about Bevy Smith, who does it all. Yeah, I know you know who Bevy is. She's an author, she's a radio host, a pop culture aficionado, a fashion expert. She has starred and co-hosted a number of nationally syndicated shows, including Fashion Queens, Page 6 TV, and Sherry. On her Instagram, I love this. She says she's your mother, she's your auntie, she's your bestie, she's a Harlem original. Please welcome Bevy Smith to the stage.
Hello, lovers. I'm gonna take a picture of y'all right now. Say cheese, cheese. This is all for Tina. Vlad, thank you for that lovely intro. It's now my turn to bestow some accolades on my dear friend, travel partner in crime, the hubby Eric. I call her Teacup. You know her as Tina Davis. If you don't know all the amazing things Tina has done in her career and in service to figure skating in Harlem, well, that's by design. Much to my chagrin, she's humble. Too darn humble, if you ask me. Y'all know she didn't want to receive this award, right? I mean, they've been chasing her down. Sharon has wanted her to receive this award for years, and she's steadfastly refused. Because Tina is all about doing the work and being of service to others, which is why she finally acquiesced and said, yes, I will receive this award, because she knows that tonight will ultimately benefit the girls of figure skating in Harlem. Now, Tina's service to FSH as a dedicated board member over the past 10 years is deep, thoughtful, and impactful. Her values of generosity, commitment, selflessness, and leadership lie at the heart of her service. So much of the theme of tonight is how skating changes lives, and that includes our teacup. Tina's a marketing whiz, from running iconic 1990s Air Jordan campaigns for Nike when she was just a wee girl of about 10, to serving as the chief marketing officer for Citi. She drives her brands to meet the moment. One of her campaigns was quite serendipitous. When shooting Evan Lysacek's Dear Future Olympians campaign for Citi, she got to know figure skating in Harlem. In that spot, Citi says, we're committed to helping future athletes every step of the way. Now, Tina, I don't know if that divine line came from your beautiful brain, but we see the proof of that commitment here tonight. It's my honor to shine a light on you. Now, for you people who are not from Harlem, we have a thing go, shine a light on them. Shine a light on them. Okay, y'all did that very well. And we want to celebrate all the hard work that she has done in service to 1,000 girls and young women of color at figure skating in Harlem. So congratulations, and thank you yet again for giving back to these young ladies and being honored tonight. And now, before my girl takes the stage, let's take a look at the screen for a video about our divine little Tina, AKA Teacup.
Tina's always been a champion for women. She mentors and talks to them about her experiences, how she's gotten things done, hurdles that she's overcome.
With sports, Tina has been an amazing trailblazer and is showing that if I can do it, you can do it.
She has made such an effort over the years to come to the Paralympic Games, to come to World Championships, and for me that has meant so much.
She'll help me and she'll encourage me to be a better athlete. She always laughs and smiles and she gives good hugs.
With figure skating in Harlem, she's a champion for especially young women, young girls. Her positioning is a very strong message to women who look like her.
She's been a tremendous supporter of Harlem Meetup, both on a personal level, but also through the city organization. Anytime Tina shows up, she lights up a room, and everybody get excited.
I know during the time that I was a city athlete, receiving that support from her meant so much.
I don't know what my journey at City would look like without Tina, so I'm extremely, extremely grateful.
There's no sponsorship team. There's no the three of us without Tina.
She served as a mentor to me and showed me how it's done.
Congratulations, Tina. So well deserved.
You should win every award that there is, and I love you.
You are a force, you are an inspiration, and you deserve every honor.
Congratulations, Auntie Tina.
Congratulations, Tina. Congratulations, Tina.
Congratulations, Tina. We're super proud of you.
My beautiful girl, my sister, Tina Davis, please come and receive your award.
Okay, all right. Whew. I'm a crier. I'm going to try not to do that. Let's see. So, good evening, everyone. And a special good evening to the girls of figure skating in Harlem, because it's because of you that I get to stand here and accept this award. And I want to say to Sharon and to the Board of Figure Skating in Harlem, thank you for this honor. Thank you for allowing me to miss meetings. Thank you for just being such an incredible team and such a dedicated group of men and women to this organization. And to my fellow honorees, congratulations, and I'm glad to be in the company of you tonight. First, I want to start with Bevy Smith. Where's my girl? Can we give her a round of applause? Oh, there you are. She has been an inspiration in my life for over 20 years. Before she was Bevy Smith, she was Beverly Smith to me. And her family, our parents, have been great friends for a very, very long time. And she's my #1 Harlem girl, and I just love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much. I also want to say to my husband, Eric Walker, I love you and I love us. You're just the best. To my sister, LaShonda Davis Hobart, who is representing our entire family, thank you for your undying support and for always being a mirror to my soul. To my friends that are here tonight that are like family to me, I just want you to know how much joy you bring to my life. And I can't forget my city family over there. Woo! and my agency partners. And I just have to say, I wasn't going to, but I have a new manager, and you get a new manager and you're like, oh, I'm gonna invite him, but he lives in London, he's not gonna come. Well, he's here. Thank you. Thank you, David, for coming. I really appreciate it. And to my city family and agency partners, thank you for years of support, for your incredible passion for the work that we do, and for the laughs, and the laughs and the laughs and the laughs through the hard times as well. I really, really appreciate you. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to shine a light on figure skating in Harlem and the foundation that they have built in the lives of these girls. A foundation with a proven track record where 100% of the girls graduate from high school and go on to college. And our girls are nearly twice as likely to be accepted to a 4-year college than their peers in the community. This educational foundation is critical to prepare for success in life. As you saw from the video, you saw me running track. I was like doing my thing. I think I was winning gold in that particular race because that's how my face looked. But, sports have always been a big part of my life. I played basketball and softball, and I was a cheerleader. I even got on on the ice, but that didn't work out so well for me. But, the lessons that I learned from sports have been integral in how I've navigated my career in life, and sports can change girls' lives. There's a Nike commercial, some of you will remember it, back in the 90s they started making a huge effort to target women, and they did a commercial called If You Let Me Play. And in If You Let Me Play, the young women say, it's vignettes, and they say, if you let me play sports, I will be 60% less likely to get breast cancer. I will suffer less depression. I will be more likely to leave a man who beats me, less likely to get pregnant. I will learn what it means to be strong if you let me play sports. Those words embody what figure skating in Harlem has done for hundreds of girls in the Harlem community. As Beverly mentioned, I met Sharon through Evan Lysacek during the leading up to the 2014 games. And for those of you who know Sharon, you know she's persistent. She does not give up. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll do this thing with City. Okay, come on, we'll make a commercial, it'll be good. She's like, no, I want you to be involved in figure skating in Harlem. And I was like, yeah. And she said, no. And it was not hard for me to do. By the time the games were completed, I was hooked on figure skating Harlem, and I was hooked on them because of the powerful work that they do around female empowerment. And I want to just take a couple of minutes and speak to those beautiful young girls. They're scattered all over here in figure skating in Harlem. And I want to talk to you about female empowerment, which is defined as the process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in controlling one's life and claiming one's rights. In everyday practice, this is how this definition could break down. The first part, the process of becoming stronger and more confident. I would encourage you girls to show up as your beautiful, one-of-a-kind, authentic selves. No matter, Dara and I were talking about this earlier, no matter where you are, your authenticity is your superpower. It will fuel your strength and your confidence. And then this notion of especially in controlling one's life. Controlling one's life means how you respond to what comes into your life and what you allow into your life. Just remember that. What comes in and what you allow. You have the power to control how circumstances, people, and events live in your spirit and in your mind. And claiming one's right. Shirley Chisholm, the first African-American woman to be in Congress and the first woman and African-American to run for president, said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. So, my dear, sweet, beautiful girls of figure skating in Harlem, always carry your chair. Keep it with you and sit where you want to sit. There's abundance around that table. Make sure that you claim yours. I am truly humbled to celebrate your achievements and the foundation that you've built on the ice of figure skating in Harlem. Thank you for showing me a reflection of my younger self, and I hope that you see a reflection of your future self in me. Because we are a sisterhood, and together we can change the world. Thank you guys so much for this award. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Tina Davis, that was amazing. What an inspirational speech. Thank you for being here for this powerful celebration of community. Thank to all of you for being here for this powerful celebration of community. I get to share my mornings with America every day on CBS, but tonight it was a true pleasure to spend my evening with all of you. Thank you to Sharon for letting me be a part of this. Just give it up for Sharon, who makes this happen every year. Congratulations to the honorees, and of course to the young women of figure skating in Harlem. When Beyonce sings Who Run the World, yeah, it's not just a song. As Tina just explained, you have the power to control your world. You run your world. Always carry your own chair. Thank you all. Join us on the dance floor. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully see you next year.